Hey guys, it's Benjamin with Benjamin's Exotics, and in today's video, we're going to be cutting the first ever ball python clutch that I've ever produced, which was a big Mojave female bred to a spider male. Now if you guys have been with the channel for even just a little while, you know that about 2 months back, I had a Mojave female drop a huge clutch of eggs, especially for a first time mom, which was 10 total eggs. I took a look at the eggs just this morning and I saw that one of the babies had pipped, and I'm not going to say what it was, you guys will just have to watch the video and see, but we're going to go ahead and cut open the rest of the eggs today and see what we actually got inside. Now the reason we're doing this is because sometimes the baby ball pythons, whether they may be a little bit weak, a little bit confused, or if they're not even born with an egg tooth, which is what they use to cut through the egg, they can't actually get out of the egg on their own. So by cutting them open, we're basically just trying to give the snakes the best chance at living a long, healthy, and happy life. Now before we actually get into cutting these eggs, I want to go ahead and just show you guys what we're working with right here. So we actually have 2 egg boxes, and one mistake that I made on one of the boxes that I'll tell you guys about right now, and the reason that these eggs are already cut open and these aren't, which is only 2 eggs, so it's nothing big, but if we look on the side of these egg boxes, you can actually see on this one, hopefully, you can kind of see I drilled one hole on that side and I drilled one hole on the other side, whereas on this egg box, I didn't put any holes at all. And unfortunately, because I didn't put any holes, there was actually a lot of condensation building up on the top of the lid. You can actually kind of see on the eggs, all those yellow spots, that's where water actually dripped down. So I was actually kind of scared about these eggs and these babies making it, so I actually cut these guys open earlier just to make sure everything was going good, and it definitely is. So it looks like in these 2 eggs right here, we definitely have a Mojave right there. Oh, the lighting really isn't picking up right there, but hopefully you guys can see right in there. I can definitely tell on off camera that this is a Mojave, just because of how bright it is and there's no brown at all, and a really nice looking Mojave at that. And then this one right here I'm really excited about, because as you can see, you can't really see the top patterning on it, but if you just kind of look in there, see, you can see kind of that yellowish. Let's see if we can kind of get a better shot like that. That right there is going to be the Mojave spider, which is awesome. So we've already hit one of them out of the 3 eggs that we have cut so far. 2 eggs I've cut, again, because I wanted to make sure you guys were doing really good, and the other one pipped on its own, so really I only cut 2 of the eggs. So we can go ahead and close that one up, and then over here, I'll show you guys this is the mother load. So this girl again dropped 10 eggs, and in here you can see first one to come out, which was this girl right here, which I say girl, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but this egg would have hatched sometime last night because I caught it this morning, and you can see if we can zoom in a little bit. Right there, definitely a Mojave on that egg. And then the rest of the eggs are looking good, but you can really see the difference from, see how these eggs don't have any yellow dots on them at all, and these eggs have a bunch of kind of looking like water damage dots? That's because without having these holes in the side to let a little bit of airflow, there was a lot of condensation building up on the top of that lid and dripping on the eggs, which could have killed them if it would have been in the beginning of the sort of egg development process. But thank gosh that I was able to, you know, kind of figure out that that was happening, and, you know, thankfully it was only going to drip on these eggs at the end of the, you know, sort of cycle of development in the eggs. But so that's basically where we're at so far, guys. So we have 3 out of the 10 eggs open right now. So let's go ahead and open the rest of these, which is going to be 7 eggs, and hopefully we hit the odds and hit a few more Mojave spiders. Okay, mic check. Good. So let's go ahead and get straight into cutting these eggs. I'm so excited to see what we hit. No normals so far, and that's 3 eggs down. So really interesting. So hopefully you guys can get a good shot. Let me actually kind of move the camera thing around so I can see what you guys are seeing and make sure we're getting a good shot here. Hopefully, it's kind of giving me some problems. Okay, so it looks like we can see everything pretty good. Again, this is the egg that is already pipped, and we have to cut open the rest of these eggs, so let's get straight into it. So I'm actually going to try to cut it open on the table, and then I'll kind of lift it up to the camera and give you guys a good shot. So let's go firstly into this egg. So again, I'm kind of new to this, but I have a little bit of experience watching other videos online, some other people showing me how to do it, you know, virtually in real life, and then just experience cutting those over 3 eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the top right here, because I really don't want to trim too many of the veins, and I really would not want to cut one of the baby snakes. So I'm going to pinch right like that on the top. We can see some stuff coming out already, and again, that's just some
like egg mucus, I guess you can call it. So let's actually kind of just stick this guy in here. This one's full of stuff. Holy cow. Again, I want to really try to not cut too many stuff. And if you guys see any blood and stuff, that's not me cutting the baby snake. That's just either a vein getting cut or just some, you know, stuff in the egg. So I don't want to cut this thing too far. Let's just cut it to about right like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what we got. Ah, that is a stunner. Okay, so this has got to be... Is that its head? I think that's the snake's little head right there. That has to be the Mojave spider because I looked at it way too bright to just be a Mojave. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me actually lift the egg up for you guys. I'm shaking. I'm so excited about this. Can you guys actually see inside of that egg? Hopefully it'll focus. Look at that. That right there, I think, is gonna have to be the Mojave spider. Hopefully you guys are getting a good shot. Just incredibly bright. Quality is really where it's at. Just take a look at that. Hopefully you guys can get a good look at it and it's not reflecting too bad, but just absolutely amazing. So that looks like another Mojave spider. So no normals at all so far. Let's actually take a little paper towel and wipe some of this goop off. Okay, now let's go to the next egg. Let's go ahead and go with this guy just because he's a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and cut open just like that again. I'm so just amazed at this. Again, pinching the top, I would much rather cut my finger than cut a baby snake. And a lot of goop in these. The other eggs I noticed that had all the water dripping down on them really didn't have this much goop at all. Again, just being so careful when cutting this egg. Okay, come on. Okay, so I think that's probably a good enough shot. Let's actually cut a little bit more this way again. Just like that. And let's see what we got. Now this is definitely not a normal. This has got to be a spider. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a spider and a really just stunning looking one at that. I can tell because it's not bright like this snake would be, and it actually has like brown in it, but that egg right there has got to be a spider ball python. And again, let me lift it up for you guys. Let me give you guys a good shot of this egg. I mean, holy cow. Look at that right there. That is going to be a spider ball python. Hopefully it's focusing on the egg, not on my finger. Can you guys see that in there? You can kind of just like that. Hopefully you guys can see that is definitely a spider. You can see its head right there. Just amazing. Right, I'm gonna take too much of that goop out. And again, I don't know if the goop's supposed to, you know, come out so much like that. These eggs, again, because they didn't get hit with the water, I don't know if that's what affected it, but all of these eggs seem to be doing, you know, a lot differently, and this cord's kind of giving me a pain. Let's see if we can move this guy out a little bit, like that. Okay. Okay, so no normal so far. So we have a spider Mojave, and a Mojave. So let's go ahead and start on this egg. Again, this egg doesn't seem to be as full of goop. I can already just feel pinching it. I guess they're gonna, you know, vary a little bit from egg to egg. Again, pinching it because I would much rather cut my finger than cut the baby snake. And let's look right about. I think that's probably good enough. Kind of just take that stuff off. And let's look inside there. Oh my gosh, that is definitely not a normal because I can see the eye, the head is right up here at the top. That again, that has to be a Mojave spider. Oh my gosh, we are hitting just amazing odds on this clutch. Take a look at that. It's bright. You can actually see the snake's eye right at the front and very bright. That has to be another Mojave spider. Oh my gosh, So exciting. So now we're at what? 2 Mojave spiders, spider, and a Mojave. We're bound to hit a normal at some point. I mean, I actually want to hit a normal out of this clutch because I want to see what the normals look like. Now this egg right here, I can just feel it has to be just full of yolk. Oh my gosh. You can really just, like, I can barely pinch this egg at all. So I don't know if that means like the baby's gonna be bigger or something. Hoping this egg actually is good. It feels really, really weird. Ah, come on. There's so much, yeah, I was right. There's so much goop coming out of this egg. I can barely even pinch it now. Let me actually lift this egg up a little bit, try to cut it like that. Again, I can't really pinch this egg because there's just so much goop coming out and it's just so full, so I'm just putting it at the very top and cutting along. Okay. See what this is. Oh my gosh, is that another Mojave spider? That looks like another Mojave spider, guys. Again, I'm new at this, so I might be misidentifying, but to hit this many odds, you guys can kind of see the pattern in there. That's too bright to be a spider, and the head pattern tells me that it has Mojave, or that it is a spider, and it's too bright to be just a single spider. So that, again, I think is the spider Mojave. So what are we at? 3 spider Mojaves? Well, actually 4 if you count from the other thing. 1 spider, 1 Mojave from here, and then another Mojave from the other box that we have already stuck back in the incubator, waiting for those guys to hatch out completely. So just amazing, amazing odds on this clutch. Let's actually go into this egg next. Actually, all these eggs right here, they feel just so full. It's gonna be really hard to get all these guys open. Oh, there we go. This egg ain't too bad. Just pinch and cut. Oop, a little bit of blood in this one. I know we're not cutting a baby. I must have just cut a vein on accident. Again, not the best, but it kind of sucks. Let's actually pick this egg up again. I think I might have just snipped a vein, which is the first vein I've snipped throughout this entire thing. Shouldn't affect the baby snake at all, but let's actually just put that in there. Come up. Cut out our egg just like that. Again, these snakes are developed far enough that, you know, if we did snip a vein, as long as we didn't snip the snake, should be completely fine. And that right there, oh my gosh, that is going to be another Mojave. Now I actually see the I think it's the umbilicus, or not the umbilicus, basically the yolk sac on that guy, so we're going to go ahead and leave that guy alone. I hope I didn't snip that. Again, I'm relatively new to this whole egg cutting thing, but it doesn't look like I snipped it, so hopefully that's good. There is a little bit of blood, but it wasn't the snake, so I'm sure it wasn't because I had it on the top. But again, that's another Mojave, so no normals at all. Is this going to be a no normal clutch? That would be pretty interesting if it is, but I actually do want to hit at least 1 normal, so we have 2 more eggs to go. So again, I'm kind of a little bit concerned about that guy. I don't think I snipped. I know I didn't snip the snake. I'm just a little bit, you know, you see the blood and stuff in these egg cuttings. I think it was literally just a vein, and I can see the umbilicus that still has to be, I think that's what it's called, basically the yolk sac that still has to be absorbed into the snake, but we're going to see. So let's go ahead and go to this egg right here. I'm going to be extra, extra careful with this, and again, I can really feel that this one has a lot of stuff in it. Feels like really, really tight. Okay. Being extra, extra careful. Okay, that should be just about enough. Okay, let's see what we got in here. That, again, is another Mojave spider. Holy cow. Look at that. Oh, I didn't show you guys. Actually, I did show you guys that egg. I'm not going to touch that egg too much more because I think I can really see the yolk sac, so I don't want to absorb anything, or not absorb anything. I don't want to give it any problems with absorbing that, but look at that egg right there. That is another Mojave spider. Again, I don't want to open these up very much, but I can tell Mojave pattern, or sorry, spider pattern, Mojave color. So that is going to be another Mojave spider. Holy cow, are we going to hit no normals on this clutch? If we don't, that's actually, I don't want to say disappointing, but I really wanted to see what a normal is going to come out like this. Let's check this last egg right here. We have just, I'm already happy with these odds. We've completely got all these odds down. I mean, to not hit any normals so far. Let's check this last egg right here. Again, I want to pinch it. Be very, very careful. Okay, that should be the last egg right there. And let's see what we got in this one. Let's go ahead and lift her out. And that right there might be the normal. No, I don't think so. This has a very light head and the color, what looks like, of a Mojave. So there are no normals that I can see so far in this clutch, unless I mistaked one of the Mojaves to be a normal, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, because these are really high quality, nice Mojaves. But take a look inside the egg. Hopefully it'll focus. You guys can probably see that is definitely not a normal. That has got to be a Mojave just from the color on the sides. So that has been an incredible clutch so far. I'm hoping all these guys basically do go full term. Again, they're all here, so they have gone full term basically. And we're actually going to cut open a little bit more of this last egg right here. But the only one I'm concerned a little about is this one and the other two that had some water dripped on them, just because of all of the, a little bit of blood here. It's not the snake, okay? I think I just trimmed a vein or something like that. So again, I'm really happy with the way this clutch turned out, and no normals at all in this clutch, and they all went great. And not only that, it was 10 eggs from a first year female. The only thing I could ask to go even better than this is that all these guys do well, start feeding well, and that all of them make it out of the egg, because just because we can see them now fully developed doesn't really mean anything too much. But let's actually look at this last one right here. Again, this guy's done most of the work for us. Trim the top right here. And again, that right there is going to be another Mojave. You can even see the little baby's head. Beautiful Mojave as well. Right there. Seems a little bit of a smaller baby compared to the rest. Because the egg, I think, you can see the egg is a little bit smaller. I like that one as well. But besides that, we hit some stunning, beautiful babies in this clutch. Again, I really hope all these guys come out and do, just wonderfully. I could not have asked for this to be a better egg cutting video. I mean, the only one, again, like I'm concerned, a little bit weird and wary about this one right here, but the baby seems to be doing fine. I mean, it's moving when I touch it, so we're gonna leave these guys, probably give them the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, however long they need to absorb all their yolk, and they start coming out of the eggs. And again, we did this in case any of them were a little bit weak or they didn't have their egg tooth. So if they could not get out of the egg, they now have easily enough space. But I didn't really want to make an entire window, and I actually want to, kind of make sure all these guys are closed up before we go back in there, because I really don't want to disturb them too much. But this guy, of course, is already ready to come out. So I'll keep you guys updated with how these guys come out. If you are not following us over on Instagram, we will have all the pictures of these eggs and any of the babies that come out over on Instagram, and then we'll have future videos showing these guys feeding and all kinds of stuff like that. I am so excited for this. I mean, I've been wanting to produce ball pythons for the past 6 years, and I finally got a shot at this clutch. And we have another clutch coming up any day now from a pastel bred to a spider, so we're gonna be hitting more amazing odds. But I cannot believe we didn't hit one normal in this clutch. And I've actually gone ahead and separated all of the eggs and put them all into one big box. When I say separated, I took the 2 from the one box and the 8 from the other box, and I put them in this nice clean bin, so when they all do hatch out, they'll have a nice clean substrate to be on, and all that egg goop and stuff isn't really going to affect them too much. But I figured it'd be better to be safe than sorry. And you can see, again, I don't see any normals so far in this clutch. Really cool. And this little guy right here actually had his head popping out just a minute or so ago. But I
mean, man, just take a look at some of those babies. So the family is reunited again, and probably the next 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 days, we should see all of these guys absorb their yolk, come out of their eggs, and then we can go ahead and get another video of them out and see their amazing colors up close for the cameras. So overall, I hope you guys did enjoy and benefit from today's video. Again, I am just so excited to see what is going to come out of those eggs, meaning when the babies are completely out, because you know when you cut the eggs open, you can tell what they are, but you can't really tell the entire pattern of the snakes, and those spider Mojaves really look like stunners. Honestly, some of the nicest I've ever seen, and no, I'm not just saying that because that's my own production. Just really clean, love the pattern, very few spotting as well, which is pretty, I guess, not average for your spider Mojaves, and that's probably because my male is a really reduced spider. Could you guys do a few quick favors before we go? Could you guys go down and make sure to smash that like button, and also hit that big red subscribe button as well. It would really mean the world to us. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave all of those down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.